الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله الله أكبر.
You have come to hear me, though clearly it is not for my personality alone that you have come. After all, I am not some famous celebrity, brother. If I were hosting an entertainment show here, people would say, and they do say, Mufti Sahab tells jokes. Well, we only really tell jokes in passing while we are discussing the serious matters of our religion. Our talk is certainly not a comedy show. You will find plenty of people for that on YouTube if you want. There is some real passion and sincerity hidden deep within your hearts today. There is surely some spark of deep faith, some bit of sincere love for Allah that has drawn you here today. Otherwise, a gathering like this would simply never be possible at all, my dear brother. We are Pakistani and you are American. You are highly educated people while we are simple folk who are used to living with potholes and traveling on those very rough roads. You travel on smooth, perfect roads, so there is no obvious worldly connection between us. Many people here are from completely different backgrounds and have lived very different lives from our own. You speak with different languages, yet some spirit has brought so many women and men together in this hall. What exactly is that spirit that has united us all here today? So you probably have it in your mind that the Mufti has come all this way just to talk about Allah and His Messenger, isn't that right? And that is what matters most. This implies that you have some real profound love for Allah and His Messenger residing deep within your heart. And by God, I tell you very solemnly, this love is no small or ordinary matter at all here in this world today. This love is such a massive and truly wonderful blessing. It is superior even to your tahajjud, all your regular prayers, and even all your voluntary fasting as well. Rituals like prayer and fasting actually come after this love. Today, a group of young men came from very far away just to meet with me during the afternoon hours. They were expressing a great deal of love and respect for me, so I gave them a special piece of advice that I will definitely share with all of you today as well. See, you must always keep your love for the scholars alive, because loving a religious scholar like that cannot be based on greed or worldly motives. For someone to love a religious scholar based on some sort of personal greed is simply not possible. There is no worldly gain to be had by showing affection to a man of religion. Usually people love when they get money, but scholars are usually the ones asking for donations instead of giving you any wealth of their own. You might love me thinking I'll arrange your marriage for you, but I've already announced that I only perform the wedding ceremonies. I don't actually go around arranging the matches for people at all. Now that has also happened, so when you are dealing with any religious scholar who is dedicated to the path of faith and knowledge, showing them love and respect is very important to us. Anyone who is associated with the knowledge of religion, loving them is a sign of faith. Today many people speak ill of scholars. When we go on social media, we see much negativity. We feel deep despair, but when we travel, that despair vanishes. Brother, so many people love scholars, so many truly do, so there must be a very good reason. In yesterday's lecture in San Francisco, there were such educated, high-level intellectuals present, yet those humble souls were all sitting right there on the floor to listen. They were seated downstairs in the basement because there were so many women present. The mosque was entirely full of women that day, so this is not due to any of my own personal merit at all, brother. It is not my honor. In reality, it is the honor of Islam. Because we have been associated with Islam, Allah has placed a sense of love in the hearts of people. Otherwise, whose honor is this really? It is clearly the honor of Islam and nothing else. This level of respect is not found in any other religion, not in any other religion at all. Hindus often comment on social media, these clerics are always going off to Japan now. Sometimes this Maulana is going to America, and sometimes this Maulana is traveling elsewhere, is going to Hong Kong, sometimes they are going to such and such place. I read their comments where they ask, where does he get so much money? Every few days he is there, and he is supporting so many homes as well. When people are told that those who arrange the talk are the ones who sponsored all his travel costs and other expenses, they are shocked. I don't charge for my lectures, keep that in mind. Sponsoring doesn't mean I get an envelope of cash for every talk. It's not like that, but obviously the travel, many times I cover the cost myself. It happens quite often. In fact, most of the time those who invite me for a lecture are very generous, but I also try to pay for my own travel whenever possible, are the ones who arrange for the transportation. So the Hindu people ask, how is this even possible? I'm also learning English here while I travel. I feel like I'm neither speaking Urdu nor English properly anymore. I'm really butchering both of these languages now, and it feels quite strange to be caught in between them like this.
The whole world is amazed that Muslims have such grace to invite someone at their own heavy expense just to sit and listen to his religious advice and his guidance. It's like giving your father 50 rupees and saying, "Dad, please give me some advice." Have you ever seen a child like that in your life, brother, when a father starts to...
When he advises you, do you like it or not? Actually, a father is most disliked when he's trying to guide you. Oh man, he's at it again. He just loves lecturing all the time and explaining things, you might say, quite annoyingly. Back when we were in college, a young man said to me, "Man, my dad constantly lectures me all day long, asking me why I'm always coming home so late at night and why I can't follow the rules of the house. Why aren't you waking up early?" The other friend said, "Man, why have you even kept such a father?" Now see what's being taught here. A lack of respect and manners. Why have you kept such a father? I was quite shocked. They use such strange and disrespectful words for a father. So while the father is busy giving his advice to you, it is not good at all. You'll have to say it out loud for me. He doesn't feel like a brother. Fathers seem worst when they are explaining things and guiding you, brother. They only seem good at that time when they are handing out money or when they are getting you married exactly where you want to be married, fulfilling your personal wishes and desires in that matter of life. Fathers seem good for these two things. Otherwise, no one seems worse than a father to a person, especially when he gives advice. It's quite a remarkable and strange thing to see, isn't it, brothers? For this very advice, you invite scholars. Fly over in a plane, you say. Such zeal. Now give us advice, brother. There must be something very special to it. This is proof that Islam is alive today. So I tell Hindus and those of other faiths, brother, this isn't our merit. Whose merit is it really? It is the merit of Islam. Over 1400 years ago, a prophet came to this world. He was unlettered.
He did not know how to write with a pen, nor did he possess any formal schooling at all.
Nor did he know how to read the written word, yet he gave a powerful call to humanity. How beautiful it was. You should really read the specific section of Surah Al-Imran in the Quran. Indeed, in the creation of the heavens and the earth and the constant alternation of the night and the day, there are surely great signs for those of understanding and people who truly reflect today. You all live in San Francisco, which is considered a global hub of science and technology. When you contemplate the universe, you do it from a specific viewpoint. You look at it with a different perspective than most. The Quran says that in the creation of the heavens and the earth, and in the constant alternation of the night and the day, there are messages for us. If you were to examine every single thing in the universe, you would find within them great signs that point back to Him clearly. That will be very apparent, but they will not be seen by everyone. They will only be seen by the truly wise. What exactly is a sign, brother? A signal, a symbol of something greater. A symbol is something that upon being seen makes the existence of another thing understood by the mind. For example, if someone asks you a question like this, is the sun out? While sitting inside the room, you peek through the window, see the bright sunlight outside and tell them with certainty, yes, it is definitely out right now, brother. The other person says, you haven't even seen the sun itself, so sitting here, how can you say with such certainty that the sun is out? Brother, to believe in the existence of the sun, it is not necessary to actually see the physical sun itself with your own eyes. The light itself is enough to prove the truth of its presence today. Sunlight is a sign. Sunlight is a definite proven sign which tells us clearly that sunlight only exists when the sun has actually risen above the horizon in the morning. It will be at 12 at night, there is no sunshine. There's moonlight, but that's not the same as sunshine. So by seeing sunshine during the day, we know it's there. We are 100% certain of the sun's existence. Sunshine is a sign, and when there is a sign, the original source is not always visible to the eye. That is the nature. That's why signs are pointed out to people. Since Allah is not visible to us, and the glorious creator of this entire universe is not visible to our physical eyes, Allah says just as being compelled to believe in the sun, for instance, seeing the presence of sunshine is more than enough to prove the sun's existence to anyone. Similarly, as the Quran says, Makan ali basharin, no mortal human being has the power to speak to me directly, and la tudrikuhu al-absar, no human has the strength or capability to bear seeing my absolute glory and majesty with their own eyes. Therefore Allah, in order to prove His existence and His divine being to all of humanity throughout time, has provided us with many other ways to know Him now, has scattered not just a single sign, but countless signs throughout this entire universe. Sunshine is one such sign that we can all observe every single day, that by seeing it we believe in the sun's existence. Speak up. We truly do. We don't need any other sign to convince us. Allah says to all of us in the Quran, with just one single sign you believe in the sun's existence. Yet I have created millions and even billions of signs in this vast universe. By seeing them all around you, why do you still doubt me now, my friend? Why don't you believe in my being? Do you understand this point or not? Inna fi khalqi as-samawati, which refers to the magnificent creation of the heavens and the earth, is for those who possess true intellect and wisdom. While ardi wa ikhtilafi al-layli wan-nahari la ayatin li uli al-albabi. For the wise, there isn't just one sign, but countless signs that point to
the creator.
Every single sign will tell you that there is indeed a creator behind it all. This universe didn't just make itself out of nothing at all. How did the sun itself just come into being like that? Just form on its own, brother. There is so much fuel, it's emitting so much energy. They say millions of nuclear explosions are happening inside the sun every single second to generate it. How much time did it take for humans to make just one atom bomb? And then how difficult is it for them to actually detonate it? Look at the incredible amount of energy coming from the sun. And the earth keeps revolving around the sun, spinning for millions of years, floating through space like this, just as the Quran says in its verses, moving in a perfect and predetermined path. When something floats like that, it floats very smoothly through the air or water without any of those sudden violent jolts that you might expect to feel. Did we ever feel even a single jolt, completing a massive circle around the sun in 360 days and spinning around its own axis every 24 hours like clockwork, brother? Did you ever once feel that we are spinning? Only after drinking alcohol does one feel what is actually happening to us, as if the whole room is moving around. Tell me, spinning, but even then the person doesn't think he's the one spinning. Instead, he thinks the entire world is spinning around him, though he is the one who is truly spinning. So just consider in what a magnificent and precise way he has set in motion all the things we see around us, this earth. Day and night, sun rises and sets, sun rises and sets, sun rises and sets, sun rises and sets. Brother, who is it, brother, who has beautifully adjusted the earth and the sky like this? Scientists conveniently slip away by simply claiming that a massive explosion occurred at the very beginning, brother. And everything just happened by itself. Come on, brother. How could that ever happen? Have you ever seen such beautiful explosions? Back in Karachi, we see explosions all the time in the news. No such beautiful explosion has ever been reported where an explosion occurred, a person was lying dead with broken limbs, and then all their injuries suddenly healed up and they were fine. Have you ever seen that in your life? An explosion occurs and instead of things breaking apart into tiny pieces, what actually happens? Tell me. They all come together to form something beautiful. So what a beautiful and complex system has come into existence. As a result, Almighty Allah says in His book today, there are signs for those of understanding who remember Allah while standing, sitting and lying on their sides and reflect deeply on the creation of the heavens and the earth. He said that our truly wise servants are those individuals who look at the world and see the power of their Lord today, who reflect upon this vast universe in order to find us, and they cry out, they proclaim to everyone that wherever there is sunlight visible, the existence of the sun is absolutely certain. The existence of the sun is certain. Likewise, wherever things are managed so perfectly and so precisely, there must be a powerful manager behind the scenes orchestrating it all today, brother. This management cannot simply happen by itself. Then they believe in us, and Allah says they believe with such deep and unshakable conviction that they remember Allah while standing and sitting. Look, you came all the way here to America, and while you were staying here in this great land, America offered you so many comforts and luxuries, so when you return to your village or home in India, Pakistan or Bangladesh, don't you praise America day and night to everyone? We see our own relatives who come from America to visit us in Karachi, and they just cannot stop talking about the wonderful life they have left behind in the West today. Right in front of us, they're constantly showing off to us. I remember a relative coming from America. We were driving along when suddenly a reckless motorcyclist zoomed past our car just like this today. Hey, this sort of thing doesn't happen in America. It only happens here. Back in America, things are very different. Not there. Passing through, a jolt or pothole happens, and suddenly your constipation and gas vanish instantly. Instantly. Man, in America, none of this sort of thing ever happens there. Potholes simply do not exist over there. Then at a red light, someone jumps the signal and speeds off into the distance. Brother, in America, this kind of behavior is absolutely unthinkable and would never be allowed by the police there. With us, in America, that simply doesn't happen at all. I once had a student at Jamiatul Rashid who had come all the way from America to study religion with us in Karachi, Pakistan. In the morning, I'd go from Gulshan-e-Iqbal to Ahsanabad, and he would pick me up thinking, my teacher's house is right there on the way anyway, brother. While driving me to my destination one morning, something very typical of our local traffic suddenly happened. What happened was a car overtook us from the wrong side. Here they overtake other vehicles without checking sides or directions, swerving through the traffic as if they own the road today. They don't care which side it is, they just squeeze through any small gap they see. It's just like the signs you see on trucks. If you have guts, pass. Otherwise, just deal with it, my dear brother. The driver does his absolute best to drive like that, not letting anyone get ahead of him. It's a fierce competition on the roads, brother. So when that car overtook us recklessly, he said, brother, this sort of thing simply doesn't happen in America at all. So when you go to Pakistan from America or Japan, don't you remember America at every single turn? Brother, America isn't like this. Or hearing insults. In America, they speak with thank you. In America,
We were going the wrong way just now. In one area, some policemen were stationed and they stopped us. They stopped us very respectfully and with great manners, which was nice to see. They stopped us with such a big, friendly smile on their faces today, brother. They stopped us so politely, I can't even describe it to you properly. Then they started saying something and we replied, brother, we really have to go over there to that place right now, please, brother. They said, actually take a turn like this, go like this, then that, then turn, make a right, and then so with such flair, it was a joy. Now when you go back to Pakistan, the policeman there will likely yell at you, where do you think you are going? Is this your father's land or what that you drive like this, my friend? Are you blind? Can't you see the barrier? Where do you think you are going? Where are you from? Show me your ID first and your license first. He'll ask dozens of questions like that. Then what will you immediately say to him, brother? Man, in America, it's not like this. So, brother, when the government here has treated you so well and you go back home and keep showing off all the time in front of us and in front of the poor people who haven't traveled, you keep talking about the luxuries you had there, brother. You say America is like this and we get absolutely sick and tired of hearing it all the time from you. So then what happens in the heart of the listener? Well, let me tell you, brother.
A person starts getting angry and says, enough man, talk about something else, brother. So this is just basic human nature. Allah says that those who truly reflect on the signs of this universe and eventually find their way to me, brother, reflect on this universe and reach me, they are then talking about me and my greatness all the time to whoever will listen. Are you getting it, brother? Do you understand what I am saying to you here today? Then what do they do all the time? They remember Allah, just as you might mention America and its comforts, whether you are standing or sitting. So Allah says in the Quran, they remember Allah and speak of His glory at every single moment, brother. Standing and sitting, they remember Allah and mention His name at all times today. Friend, Allah gave me this. Who gave me this wonderful blessing? Allah gave it to me. Who gave me all this happiness in my life? Allah did, and I am grateful for it. I have so much in my life that Allah has given me. Allah is truly great. He has bestowed such countless and beautiful blessings upon me and my family today. They remember Allah while standing, sitting and lying on their sides, and they reflect deeply upon the creation of the heavens and the earth, Allah says in the Quran, and they keep pondering over the complexity of the earth and the vastness of the heavens. They look at every detail and see the hand of the Creator in all of it today. Whenever they see something beautiful, they speak up immediately. And whom do they thank? First of all, they thank Allah, brother. Just now as we were coming, we saw a grapevine along the way with clusters of grapes hanging there, bright red ones. One whose heart is spiritually alive will first of all praise his Lord for the beauty he sees. In the Quran, Allah has spoken about many things like this to us. Has described these fruits and even the way they are naturally packaged, saying our way of presentation is beautiful. Allah Himself describes these wonders in great detail. Imagine you visit someone's home as a guest and the host just brings out some apples and tosses them toward you like this, without any respect or care for how he is serving you today. Mufti Sahab is here, catch, while he is simply holding the apples. That could be one way to serve someone, right? And picking up a roll paratha and tossing it over like that. It is still a paratha after all, isn't it, brother? It is still a roll paratha with everything in it, but will the guest feel honored or will they feel insulted by that kind of behavior from the host? Tell me, brother, how would you feel if someone treated you like that? Insulted? Therefore, there are proper etiquettes for serving a guest that we must follow. Brother, you have to serve it like this. Place it properly and respectfully in front of them and show them that you are happy to have them. And if you're being overly formal, you might even be standing over them. Just the other day, I scolded someone quite severely for doing exactly that to me. I said, no, brother, let everyone eat this. No, brother Mustafa Sahab, this drink. No, brother Mustafa Sahab, this. I said, enough, sit down. Why are you pestering me? So as you can see, there is always a proper way of presenting things to others in the same way. Allah says in the Quran, I have presented these delicious fruits for all of you here in beautiful and natural packaging. They grow on the trees in the wonderful form of heavy clusters, brother. Zatul Akmam, they have a sheath, a natural cover like bananas. Just look at the beautiful sight of how those clusters of bananas are hanging from the trees today. Just try it for yourself and see. Buy and eat some fruit from a cart or a shop, then go to a tree and see the fresh fruit hanging there in its natural state, and you will see the difference in how it feels to you. Beautiful packaging is that of the hanging fruits. How the clusters of fruits hang, how clusters hang on the grapevines, in the date palm trees, how the clusters of dates hang from the palm trees. It is such a beautiful sight to behold. So Allah says they remember Allah while they are standing and while they are sitting and on their sides, and reflect deeply on the creation of the heavens and the earth. And they keep pondering over the complex nature of the earth and the vastness of the heavens above them throughout the day, brother.